coming out of studio today.
In beautiful Raleigh, North Carolina.
He stands next to his world-famous producer, Jay York.
He is the top talk show host on the internet today.
Here is D. Hall.
Initiate a J. York production. J. York production. J. York production.
You are in the mix with D. Hall and the People's Show.
Coming to us out of studio today in beautiful Raleigh, North Carolina. He stands next to his world-famous producer, Jay York. He is the number one, undisputed, top talk show host on the air today. The voice of the People Show. Ladies and gentlemen, here is D. Hall.
J. York production.
Hello to everybody. Another Sunday. What's happening? Man, y'all need to get yourself together. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for being a part of the show with my man, me and Jay. What we do this every day. We do this every Sunday, every day. Well, we could do it every day, but we don't. All right. Good to see y'all. Thank y'all for coming on the program, watching me today. That's a good thing, right? That's a good thing. All right. This is an online program that is the work of talk and discussion. This is an online talk show that educate adult audiences. Parental advisory is advised. Some things may not be sensitive for kids, so if you would watch your kids. We may say a little bad word here and there. Man, we're getting ready for Christmas. Y'all see the fight? Did y'all see the fight last night? I didn't see it, but doggone, I heard about it. I listened to it and I heard it. It was all night long. I heard about that. Big shout out to Devin Haney. Did his thing, man. I just can't seem to understand, though. It was really a build up to this fight, and I thought Regis was going to get down like that. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was going to get down. The bread and butter, but Devin was too much for him. Y'all share the video. Share the video one time, if you will. We getting ready to bring my man in here. Jarrod Tillinghast, CEO of Call Out, man. Hey, let's get busy. Let's get him in here. I know he's ready to go. Share the video one time. I want to thank y'all, for coming on and being a part of the program today with me right now. So let's get with it.
What's up, D?
What's happening, Mr. Tillinghast?
How you doing? I got a little light in here. Let me.
Yeah, you good. You good right there, my brother. You good. You good right there. Perfect, man. Perfect. Good to see you today, man. Thank you for coming on and being a part of the program. With me and Jay has got here the D Hall People Show. This is the show, man, where you want to be at right now today. You dig what I'm saying? Good to see you, brother.
Yeah, you too, buddy.
Get ready. Look, before we get started, before we do anything, man, I want you to tell the people who you are and where you're from.
Jarrod Tillinghast. I grew up in Providence, Rhode Island.
Okay. Grew up in Providence, Rhode Island.
Yeah, born and raised all my life.
Is it cold there, man? Is it cold right there?
Today it's not cold. It's raining right now.
Oh, okay. Well, it's be fucking freaking cold up there.
We live in New England. We live on these, that's what it is, man. We got them seasons, 4 seasons.
Yeah. I want to say hello to my man, Paul Pierce, all the way from the UK. What's up, Paul? Paul been on my show a couple times, maybe 3 times at the most. Professional fighter over in the UK. Paul, when you coming over here to the US, man? You know what I'm saying? When you come over here, I want you to talk your junk, man, like you always do, man. How's the MMA going? It's Paul Pierce over there. He's in the UK. My man. Let's see here. Who we got else? Then we're going to get right into it. I want to highlight some of these people. Tanika Hall, my cousin. How you doing? I hope you're doing quite well on a beautiful Sunday. My man T-Bone is in the house. Tyrone Dixon, good to see you, man. Thank you for coming in. Let's get started. Uh, Jared, look, man, it's great to have you on the show. Look, you are into boxing a little bit. How did you get started? Because I saw some of your clips, man, and I said, look at the bad man go.
Yeah. I tell you, growing up, I was a fighter from as far back as I can remember. 8 years old, I was always fighting and always, probably because my brother beat me up so many times. I got that older brother beaten all my life, and I just was a fighter from, I never even really followed boxing. Boxing wasn't my sport. I was a football, baseball, basketball guy. But yeah, man, it kind of fell into my lap. I was just getting in a lot of trouble, a lot of fights, and eventually I had one foot on a banana peel, and I would have been in training school if I got in any more trouble. So
Right.
I knew I was gonna fight. So I walked in the boxing gym. I think I was there like 2 months, and I didn't even have my first fight. And I started with Peter Manfredo, in 91. I was 15.
91.
Yeah, I was 15 and a half. And Peter put me in the Golden Glove tournament. And the tournament was just to get me experience, just
Right.
so I can, and I ended up winning the whole thing.
Wow. Wow. How old was you when you went there?
The glove started in January. I was going to be 16 in May. So I was like 15 and a half. I fought a 28-year-old man in the finals.
Did you?
Yeah.
But hold up, man. You fought a guy that was 28 years old.
28 years old, John Kimbrough. They called him Batman. He trained at Grundy's in Central Falls. And John Kimbrough knocked everybody out all week, killed everybody.
Wow.
And then I got the bye I was the one who drew the bye to get into the finals.
Right.
And that bye gave me the extra 2 weeks to prepare. So I didn't have to fight that week, and Kimbrough did. So I knew I was going to fight him anyway in the finals because I got the bye, and he was killing everybody. So I trained probably. I was sleeping outside. I was doing anything to get the edge because I knew I had my hands full. But I wasn't going to get denied.
You know what? You had your hands. He's 28 and you 15.
Yo,
You had your hands, like you said, full.
yeah, man. But I know I can get through anything. So
Yeah.
my mind is strong, and Donnie, I was obsessing over this dude. I was crying. I'd wake up in the middle of the night, bawling my eyes out, thinking my fear of failure, of losing, it got me there, man. I started doing things that was out of the ordinary, so whatever it takes to get that edge,
Right.
I was doing it, man. And then by the time the fight came, I was like, this dude better have a gun to beat me because I'm ready.
Well, look, how many rounds did it go?
It went 3 rounds. It's on YouTube. It's
Okay.
it's
I
on
gotta check.
YouTube. Yeah, 91. I had a blue outfit on with a headgear. I didn't even know what I was wearing. I was wearing Muay Thai gear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was a fighter, man.
Okay. Great. Wow, man. 15 years old, you're fighting a great jolly green giant. 28. 28 years old.
Think about the 15-year-old kid today, watered down. A 15-year-old kid today never survived back then.
Yeah. Right. I think the kids back then was tougher than the kids are now. That's just my opinion.
It's watered down now.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I say this story all the time on how a 4-year-old girl can fall and hurt her knee,
Right.
and we all pick her up and nurture her and say, "Oh, honey, it's gonna be all right." When the
Yeah.
4-year-old boy falls and hurts his knee the same way, everything was the same. What do we say to the boy? Hey, big boys don't cry. Get up.
That's
We
right.
tell him.
Yep.
And
Exactly.
and then
You're
what
right.
happens? the little boy stands up and he's all holding his emotions, and right away we teach these young kids how to hold in emotions, and that's
Yeah.
where the volcano starts.
Yep. You're right. You're so correct. It's so much difference there when the boy, you know what I'm saying, versus the girl. You're so correct on that.
Yeah,
But you
it's
know what? You also, I mean, you're a smart guy, and I didn't know this because you have a degree, and I'm saying, are you a teacher? Are you a teacher or something?
oh, I could be, but
Oh, okay.
I maybe later on. I got my bachelor's in education, secondary education. So I don't know. Maybe when
Oh, okay.
I'm not there yet to go and teach, because I got a lot of with my
Uh,
boxing gym. I got a lot of
yeah,
things
yeah,
going on. Yeah,
yeah.
so
Well,
maybe when I slow down a little bit, I'll go do that.
okay, okay. Because I wanted to touch on that just a little bit because that's interesting. Because your box, you know, your box and all that. So then now you know, it's like you once you get settled down, like you say, you can be a teacher and teach people not only about boxing but about life and schooling and all that good stuff. So that kind of that kind of works together. And that's why I brought that up. In a sense to me. But yeah, I mean, look, let's stay on the topic of the boxing and all that. Here we go.
Yeah,
You and Damon Philman, how did y'all connect together? Y'all seem to be good friends. How did y'all connect?
Eamon's my guy. My friend, one of my dear friends, who I own a business with, Adi Otwell. Adi is an amazing human, and he was my trainer, and he trained this he trained
Hmm.
he was in Smoking Burt Cooper's corner. Adi's been around the game for a long time. So Adi came here with Mike Mashanti when he was training Brian Barboza,
Uh-huh.
and we've been friends ever since. So Adi and I created this concept. So Adi kept telling me about Damon. I got to hook up with Damon. I got to hook up with Damon. So
Right.
Damon and I, we started going back and forth. We talked for like 5 years, but he was in Philly, and I was in Providence. So 5 years later, when everybody least expected it,
Hmm.
Damon and I were back on the phone putting something together. We're working on something right now, as a matter of fact.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
Damon, yeah, yeah.
And just for the people that don't know who Damon Philman is, Damon Philman is the CEO and founder of Celebrate Boxing. He has several different fighters on his card here the last couple of years. Indio, Roy Jones, some more fighters, and I'm just trying to see how they connected with. I'm not saying they. I'm saying Jarrod, Mr. Tillinghast, him and Damon connected there. So, in case y'all didn't know, y'all, he's all over Facebook. Damon is and Celebrate Boxing. He has been on my program. A tremendous, tremendous guy. And I seen him last night. He was on another talk show last night. Um, but you got your own thing. You got your own thing, and it's called the Call Out.
The call
And
out.
yeah, the Call Out. So, how did you come up with your thing?
Well, I had my old one was Bro for It All, where we settled people disputes,
Yeah.
and then COVID happened, and everything went on the shelf, and I didn't run a show. I was running shows in New England. I ran about 5, 6 shows, and it was really successful. Really successful. I was
Mhm.
getting 1,200 people, 1,500 people in the building, and then COVID happened. So next thing you know, Bro for It All's on the shelf for like 4 years. And so then I decided I was gonna start settling grudges again. And
Yeah.
it was the name was gonna be Bro for It All.
Hmm.
And I never really liked the name Bro for It All. It sounds like it could mean anything. It could be
Yeah.
wrestling. There's no I just didn't really like it. So then when I
Right.
went to trademark it, somebody trademarked it in 2019 on me.
Mm.
So I wasn't going to stay with the name. So it gave me an opportunity to revamp the whole thing and to
Right.
really do it right this time, because
Yeah.
the Bro for It All was brought to me by a friend, but now I had a chance to do it over and do it right. So I had to come up with the unique name for it. And the call out is self-explanatory,
Yeah.
because
Yeah. Yeah.
that's that's how we make the fights.
Right.
Say you,
Yeah.
Donnie got a beef with Jay. So
Right.
Donnie calls me. So Donnie calls me and he says, Jarrod, my neighbor, Jay, his dog been shitting on my lawn for how many years, and I'm sick of it, and I want to call him out. So that's how it all started. So it's the call
Okay.
out where you make a video and you call out the kid you got a problem with. I show him the video and he accepts the fight. He makes a call out video, but I put a little twist on this one this time. I kind of the world we live in, right, Donnie?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's crazy. and all I think a lot about when was the world the most united? It was the most united at 9/11. That's when you feel like an American. Like when 9/11 happened, there was no race, there was no colors. Everybody was like really together, and like we were like ready to take on anything.
That's right.
And how about today? It's all division and separation, and it's like the Matrix is designing it that way.
Yep.
It
You're
is
right. You're exactly right. Exactly right.
They're separating us all to make us weak.
Yep.
To weaken us up. So I would lay in bed and how do I bring the people back together? How can I start something that is gonna heal and bring people together?
Yeah.
So I said the twist to the call out would be when we get the two guys or girls, whoever has the grudge, we put them through the process.
Right.
The process of training camp, the sacrificing. So we send them to training camp for 8 weeks. The sacrificing they make in training camp.
So they go to training camp. They go to training camp.
Yeah, we get them ready for it because you get these two guys that hate each other, and they got ego because they're street guys or street girls, and they don't understand what it takes to be a fighter. So we actually put them through the process, and in that process, you learn life lessons you ain't gonna learn anywhere else.
Right.
So now they go and they get ready for the fight. We humble them up a little bit in the process, and now the fight happens. So win, lose, or draw, I don't care about the fight. It's not about the fight to me. After the fight, both fighters owe me a favor. I got to pull the Apollo Creed line. You know what I'm saying? When this is over, you owe me a favor. So after the fight, I tell these guys they owe me a favor. So win, lose, or draw, both fighters have to come together as a team and work on a project of our choice that gives back to the community.
Wow.
So because you almost do it like an apprentice, right? Where their project is challenging. So now two enemies, they just fought, and now they're solving problems together to give back to somebody, to lift somebody up, to give back to the community.
Yeah.
And nobody's doing it like that. I got a really, really unique concept. I started getting on the phone. I started making calls, and between Feldman and Hector Camacho Jr., Paulie Malignaggi, Irish Mickey Ward, Iran Barkley. I was on the phone with Larry Holmes. He's on our team now.
Wow.
Yeah, I just talked to Larry like 2 days ago.
You got a superstar team there, man. You got a superstar team there, brother.
Well, the goal is this, Donnie, right? Every sport that we play, there's a pension, and people can live after and still get money to pay for their life, right? Because you got to pay for your life, right? So boxers don't have that luxury.
Right.
You got some of these boxers are living in apartments in the Bronx, and they were the best of the best in the world.
Yeah,
it's a shame. It's a shame because fighters don't really get anything after unless you're smart and you make good investments and you made good money. But how many fighters are making good investments and doing the right thing? And because it's a dirty business. So with the call out, not only do I bring people together and settle beefs and disputes, but I'm creating something that's why I get all these fighters on board, right? So now we're going to create a reality show out of this.
Yeah.
Now say we have season 1 to 10. If you're a fighter, then you're part of the call out, then you just created 10 years of income because now we're on a show. So now we're all going to get paid. So now you create 10 years of income where you don't have to jump on a plane and go make an appearance for 5,000-10,000. They'll be doing that all their life. You know, that's how they make their gravy now. So
go ahead.
No. So I created this to give fighters the platform and the opportunity to create income for themselves, as well as a reality show. And now to me, it was almost like, remember when all the biggest music people in the world came together and they sang "We Are the World."
Yep.
They fed the world.
Yep.
So I'm looking for all the biggest boxes.
Yeah, you're doing okay. I got you.
Yes.
I got you. What you're saying. Look, I'm not trying to cut you off, but I just want to get some shout out some people for coming in here. Tony Burgers of Burgers Boxing and Fitness out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. Tremendous gym over there. I thank you for stopping in, Tony. Always love to see you in, brother. There was a comment of let me see what the comment was here. The comment was everyone thinks you're just in the ring and thinks that you're supposed to just start throwing punches. That's what Tyrone Dickinson said to T-Bone, and that's so true. But look, let me do this right here. I got a commercial I want to drop in here from Jay, and I want y'all just to stand by for the next 37 seconds. I'm gonna remove you. We'll be right back in just a second.
Safe. Let's begin.
Around this holiday season, depression and stress are at an all-time high. What advice would you give to someone in a domestic violence situation or a robbery situation? What would you do to escape your attacker if put in that situation?
All right, we are back here. Thank you. That was Jay. Jay, your producer, did your promo for you, and we just want to drop that in there. But yeah, as you were saying, I mean, what you're doing is you're creating something as the world, the song when he brought all the superstars together. You're doing the same thing, and that's a wonderful thing that you're doing. Let me get to this right here. What makes yours? I mean, your call out. What makes it different than anybody else's in your mind, in your thoughts?
Well, never before have fighters that don't like each other come together after to give back. That's never been done. You know,
right.
You when you guys fight, what do? You go home and that's it. There's still bad blood. Fighters get done with it, and sometimes they're cool with each other, but this is something that they already had beef before the fight. Right. And what can happen? People could end up doing jail time for stuff like this. Putting guns down. That's another thing. You get to settle a beef where you don't have to. Today they'll shoot you. These 15-year-old kids will shoot you. They don't. So I think sending them to the gym, sending them through the process, you save kids. One of them might be good. One of them might get a liking to it and walk away from the street life. So there's so many benefits. There's so many benefits to what I'm doing. It's all positive. It's all positive. even though we settle it through a fight, the fight is not really what this is about. It's about coming together after as one.
That's right.
As
That's
one,
right.
because
That's right.
like I said, right, it's divided. So I'm bringing them together. So now we had two guys that had a beef, don't like each other. Now they're working on a project to give back.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
That's wonderful. And that's a wonderful thing is, we can work together. That's the main thing, what you just said. Just settling down and working on something that's going to be beneficiary for whatever you're trying to do. And I agree with that. We want to let me go into this right quick because we got some clips of you. I want to show those clips of what you're doing in the gym. We're gonna go one by one. Let's bring in the first one here, and I want you to tell me who the gentleman is, what you're doing in that.
When he raised the post, she liked the way I can Billy Jean.
What you in there working in the gym? You're in there working in the gym. Who's the guy holding pads?
That is the Rhode Island's first MMA champion, Todd the Hulk Chattel, who's my brother. Like my brother, that's my people.
Right.
So Todd's a beast.
Oh, okay.
We got all these beasts in here that all Team Jesus and all part of the Bible study, and we growing.
Wow.
Yeah. I do a Bible study every Saturday at my gym.
Good. That's wonderful.
That's
great.
Yeah, every Saturday I did a Bible study there before I opened my doors. The first time I opened my doors, because I knew without God in the building,
Amen.
Nothing was gonna work, man.
Amen, man. And here's another. I want to show this next one right here. I think he was demonstrating some pointers here. Let's check this out right quick. Right. There we go. I just wanted to bring that in a little bit. What was you was in there working out a little bit with the tall gentleman? He was tall. He got what 6'6".
Yeah, that's Coach Tony. So what happens is, a lot of times in boxing, you get a lot of these young kids in, and everybody walks in the boxing gym, and they lead with muscle. Everybody wants to hit the bag hard, and they don't even think about their feet. Nobody thinks about their feet. Everybody's leading with that. Everybody wants to punch, and so I'm teaching these kids like, whoa, this is get in the gym and get your feet right first. You win a boxing match. You win a boxing match with your feet in your mind.
Yep.
Yeah. If you don't know how to move, so that was just me demonstrating how to come forward with my jab and taking my feet with me. A lot of times they're leaving their feet behind them, and now their legs are this far apart, and now they can't get out of the way.
And that's true, because and I'm glad you said that, because last night that was this discrimination that was shown last night in the Haney fight.
Yeah.
The feet. Regis said I could never get to him.
He couldn't.
He couldn't.
Because Haney understands his distance. He understands his feet, and he fights at a beautiful range, and he stays right there. He's always moving. He's not a stationary target. The other kid was game, but he was one-dimensional. He's just gonna come forward, and one-dimensional is beatable, especially if you have good feet and you understand why you do what you do. That's why that fight looked easy for Haney, because his feet were so good. That kid that he fought was really tough. And if Haney didn't have good feet, that's a brawl.
Yeah, exactly. You're right.
He made a hard fight easy because he boxed and he was smart about it, and he used his ranges. That his feet won the fight for him. That's why he's a great fighter.
Yeah, and that's the thing. He didn't cut that ring off, and they was telling him from my understanding, they was telling him you got to move to the right, you got to shorten up the ring, you got to slow it down, get him to,
Look,
stop.
I tell my kids the same thing. You know what? I come to find out, they don't understand how to cut the ring off because they don't understand their feet and their movement.
That's right.
So that's why I'm always demonstrating. That's why I'm always demonstrating for the kids. So I say, not only am I going to tell you, but I'll show you so you get a visual too of it.
Right.
You understand how it's done.
Done. That's right. Because sometimes you have to show them, how to do it, and hopefully they'll catch on. Hopefully they'll catch on. Wow. What? I mean, just is your opinion. What do you think would help boxing be much better? We had some great fights this year, but what in your opinion, what do you think would help boxing more?
Oof. I think to put on the right fights, the competitive fights. You get these champions that never meet each other because they can't figure it out financially, or who's getting what. If you're the best, MMA don't do that. They fight. Everybody fights.
Everybody fights. Yeah.
Boxing almost is like they protect. It's a business. I could understand when you're up and coming, and they're trying to build your record to get you to that point, to get a money fight and to get a big fight. But they got to put on more competitive fights. Yeah. I just think that the cream of the crop needs to fight each other.
Yeah, and they did that this year. And they started it.
Started it, but it's the first year.
Yeah,
the first season they've done it because it hasn't been all year. It's more towards the end of the year.
Right, exactly. I think it started with maybe about in April or May. What is it? With Devontae Davis or something like that with Ryan Garcia. Yeah. Correct. And I agree with that. It was more like a season. Let's see what's going to happen in 2024. Is they going to stick with that same program? And because, I mean, it brings out, I think it helps the fighters to stand out who's number one. And right now, that's what it does.
Yeah, it's the only way to do it. You got 5 champions in one division. Because they all don't want to fight because their managers, nobody's taking fights, because if you're the best and you want to be the best, you got to fight everybody that you have to fight.
Right. That's right. That's it. That's how I see it for sure. Wow. Who is your favorite fighter anyway? Who's your favorite fighter?
Right now, today, my favorite fighter is Terrence Crawford.
Okay.
Nobody's gonna beat that dude.
Yeah, I agree.
He's special.
Yeah,
that kid can fight. I was a big Sugar Ray Robinson fan too, because I just like Sugar Ray Robinson had a sinister left hand, man. His left hook, oh man, he was something.
Yeah. All right, we wanted to show down. I just want to ask you this one too, Jarrod. Who's the greatest heavyweight of all time to you?
I think when you talk about fighters, it's not, well, he's a knockout artist or he's scary, or I think it's all around. To be an all around fighter is you could box, you could punch, you could think, you could. You're not just one dimensional,
Yeah.
And I was a Tyson fan, but a classic example of Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield. A smart guy is going to be the tough guy.
Yeah.
90% of the
not
time.
10. That's right. And that's right.
And then when the tough guy, and people might not like it, but when the tough guy realizes he's not going to get that win, that's why he bit him.
It's amazing, because I think a excellent boxer will be a tough guy any day.
Any day. you got to watch out for one thing: straight ahead and big punches.
That's it. That's all.
That's why in this business you got to have good feet.
That's it.
Defense wins championships.
Hey, look, it was proven last night.
Exactly.
It was proven last night.
Haney was hurting him going backwards.
Exactly.
Fighting backing up. He was catching him coming in.
Can you imagine if he was going on the front foot?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He was all like backpedaling, catching him.
Oh yeah. It would have been a knockout. It would have been a knockout.
You're a good fighter. When you can fight effectively, going backwards, not getting hit.
Boy, you bad.
Yeah.
You're bad.
I was lucky. I had John Dino Dennis. My trainer fought George Foreman, Jerry Cooney, Scott Ledoux. He was ranked 10th in the world when heavyweights were heavyweights. And all he made me do, he tortured me with defense. You know, I would go in the gym some nights. He would blindfold me, tie my hands behind my back, and let everybody in the gym throw punches at me. And I had to move and not get hit. So, you know, that philosophy, after I realized that, wow, I'm making people miss, I'm slipping punches, defense is the way to go. Boxing is almost like a matador and a bull.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. Yeah.
You want to be the matador because the bull's coming.
That's it.
That's the way I was trained.
Wow. It's been good. It's been great. I love the show. You got any questions for me?
No. How'd you get involved with Damon Feldman, celebrity boxing?
I saw him and I said, look, I gotta ask this guy, can he come on this program? So that's how it began. Yep. Well, actually, Paulie Capute out of New Jersey, Capute. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah. He. That's how I kind of connected to him. You know, kind of connected to him in a way. So let me back that up. Let me change that up.
All right. Yeah. Damon's. So we're talking right now, and we're thinking about, I don't know, maybe we can get some opinion from the crowd, but the call out versus celebrity boxing.
That's good. That's great.
I think we got something there. If we plan it right. I got a couple ideas, but maybe me and Feldman will go at it. We're both 9-0, retired, undefeated pro fighters.
Yeah.
It'd be good for the good for the boxing world.
Yeah. Well, look, man, I'm getting ready to shut it down, brother. It's been wonderful. I'm glad to have you on. Hopefully we can do it again in 2024. T-Bone, appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming in and being a part of the program. Look, nice. What does the D Hall People Show and the J. York Productions mean to you, man?
Mean to me?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
It's a breath of fresh air. You guys are classy. You got style, class, and I think it's important that people's stories get heard, and because a lot of times you don't know somebody's coming up and they're doing things, but shows like yours are needed, and I appreciate what you guys do.
Yes, sir. Well, we appreciate you, man. We appreciate you coming on the show and sharing your program and talking with us today here on the People Show, man. We hope to see you again in 2024.
Yes,
you definitely have my blessings, man. It's getting dark. It's getting dark here.
All right, nice seeing you.
You too, brother. Take care, man.
Talk again.
All right, brother.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye, sir. Great show there. My man, Jarrod Tillinghast, CEO, call out. Wow, great show tonight. I thank y'all for coming on and being a part of what we do. Thank you, T-Bone. Appreciate you. Tony Burgess, my man out of the UK there, Stephen Covell. Thank you for coming in. Thank everybody that watched the show tonight. We'll see you. Next Sunday, God's willing. I'm glad to see y'all. We're gearing up for Christmas. Y'all be careful. Y'all will get me a gift too, man. I need a doggone gift. Y'all get me something and send it to me, and all that. All right, y'all. We'll see y'all next Sunday. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Coming out of studio today.
In beautiful Raleigh, North Carolina,
He stands next to his world-famous producer, Jay York.
He is the top talk show host on the internet today.
Here is D. Hall.
Initiate a J. York production. J. York production. J. York production.
You are in the mix with D Hall and the People's Show.
Coming to us out of studio today in beautiful Raleigh, North Carolina. He stands next to his world-famous producer, Jay. He is the #1 undisputed top talk show host on the air today. The voice of the people show. Ladies and gentlemen, here is D.